Welcome back to the Gabe and Shey Podcast, everybody. My name is Gabe.
I'm Shey.
And today we're going to be talking about, we're going to stick to the format that we've been doing. This is kind of a, what would you do in a certain situation? We've had questions prepared for us, and these questions we hope are going to be relatable to you so that if anything that we say rings a bell or makes it feel like, shoot, I could probably do that. That's what we're hoping for. We also want this to lighten up the entertainment a little bit because I feel like the first half of our podcast was all pretty serious, and we don't mind doing a little bit of serious stuff, but man, we really do enjoy fun, and we want to make sure that we're having fun with this too. Otherwise, we might even just lose steam, and I know I don't want to lose steam.
Although I do like our serious moments too, but I like mixing it up.
I like mixing it up.
I like having fun.
My name's Gabe.
I'm Shey again. I'm still
Did we do it
Shey.
again? I feel like we didn't do it.
No,
See?
we did. Because I almost yelled over you as you said, I'm Gabe. I just said, I'm Shey.
Darn it. Well, we did it twice. You're welcome. Just in case you forgot, we told you again. Today's topic is going to be epic fails and how and what we learned from them.
Oh, okay.
Now, I know you never fail, so this won't be a tough one for you, but I believe in you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we're just going to get right cracking into it. And by the way, if you guys, we love you answering any of these questions. So I'll say the number in front of the question. If you want to answer the question in your own way on the comments, please do that. Just put the number and then your answer. Love to know what you think.
Okay.
Love to know what you think.
Okay.
So number one is, what is your go-to strategy? Your go-to strategy if you accidentally damage something valuable that belongs to someone else?
Ooh, definitely got to own up to it. And to be honest, I think...
This is good.
Okay, maybe I haven't always been this way, but as an adult, I have been that way.
Yeah. So I think that does come with emotional maturity, right? I think that the fear, for all you people that would hide it or sweep it under the rug, bless your heart, okay? But it means that you are afraid of facing challenge. You're afraid of the challenge of what this conflict might bring should you bring it up.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said about this though, too. So you and me, I think we literally own up to it almost immediately. We just be like,
I mean, kind of have to in my world.
Yeah. And I feel that way too. However, there's something to be said about people's fear about this. Now, fear stands for
false expectations appearing real.
Or go ahead.
Forget everything and run.
Or
no, I want you to say your favorite one.
All right. Face everything and rise. So fear could mean all of those things, but no matter what, they are false expectations appearing real. They're inside of your head. It's imagination. So the chances are we're concocting a story. We break something, right? And then we concoct a story. We probably play the whole thing out of exactly how they're going to react when you tell them, right? And think about this with children too. You know, if you messed up as a child and somebody yelled at you afterwards, of course it's going to plant the fear of God in you. You take that into your adult life.
Yeah.
You're now no longer going to want to be honest with people because of fear of repercussion.
Yep.
So just know that it is false expectation appearing real. And even if they do yell at you, also know that means that their emotional maturity level is far below yours. And no matter
maybe
what,
not below yours, but below maybe what it should be. Well, here's the thing. What if there's legal repercussions, or what if it involves an amount of money that you can't be responsible for? So I think that all of that does tie into
we're getting into more details. This is good.
I know that all of that does play into the fear aspect of it too, but I mean, if there's legal repercussions and you try to find ways around justifying why you're not going to own up to it, but in my opinion, like if it's something, say that you can't, if you know you can't afford it, right? You broke something of such value that you're just like, oh my God, I will spend the rest of my life paying this off. That's okay. Spend the rest of your life paying it off. If that's what it takes to keep your integrity in check, do that.
Let's go. You know, for those who know me and what I've gone through, okay, I've been obese. I've had major drug addiction. I've filed for bankruptcy. I've had cars repossessed. I smoked for 19 years of my life. There's a few other things mixed in there. the point is I know for a fact that I broke a lot of things back then.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I broke a lot of things back then. And one of the things that makes me who I am today, it has been my ability to own up to all of those things and not be afraid to take whatever consequence comes at me, no matter what.
Yep.
And it's the make your bed policy, right? If you make your bed, you're the one that needs to sleep in it. You don't have to, but just remember, if you don't, there will be other men and women in the world that will be accountable for you. And I don't know if it was Jim Rohn or somebody else, but they said, woe to the man or woman that needs another man or woman to be accountable for them. Woe to that man or woman.
Yeah.
So be accountable for your own shiznit, everybody. Trust me, it's a much more cool way to go.
Well, and here's the thing too, you might actually be surprised by the other person's reaction by you coming forth and just owning up to it before they even know about it.
Yeah.
You might find maybe they'll give you grace and you'll get an unexpected bond or connection from the understanding that you'll get from them.
Or they might bond their fist with your face.
Maybe.
And if they do, take the punch, The fact is, and you don't have to take the punch. If somebody punches you and physically gets violent with you, defend yourself, all that jazz. But I'm just saying, look, you did wrong, right? I gotta get this off. You did wrong. Take it, right? And that's something that I didn't used to be that way. When I did wrong, I didn't take it. It took me a while, and now I absolutely take it no matter what.
Yeah,
good one. That was a really good one.
That was a good one.
If you completely number 2, okay, 2. If you completely forget about an important appointment or meeting, how do you immediately fix it?
Oh, yeah, immediately. As soon as you can, acknowledge it, call, text, email, whatever the appropriate thing is to do. And absolutely take it.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, I go to a new church right now, and it's called the Church of Calendar. It's a weird one, right? There's not the people there are structured and on time. It's kind of fun.
Okay, that's like an inside joke, and people aren't going to get it. So now you're going to have to
I'll explain it. Don't worry. The Church of Calendar, the cult of Calendar, is put things on your calendar, and anything that goes on your calendar gets done.
That's right.
It's an automatic thing, and then today being much more having much more mastery over my time management than I used to. Now I have I would even say that I'm high echelon here. Okay. However, I'll still occasionally, and it's very occasional, I'll miss something because it's my job to review that calendar every morning. And then to just put the day's events inside of my head. That's it. I'm just putting them in there. So I got to have an idea. Okay. I've got 6 things going on. Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's easy. It's back to back, the same thing. Sometimes it's different. And I really need to know what they are. And just occasionally there will be one that slips through the cracks, and you could tell I'm mentally fatigued at that point. Right.
Yeah. I try to review mine the night before. That it's in my head. Cause sometimes I have an appointment that's earlier than what I would normally schedule.
Sure. Super. Yeah, I do.
And I promise you, I will forget about that. And then the morning of, it's already too late.
Yeah.
So
both is honestly the way to do it. It'd be the morning and the night. Just glance at it. Glance at the calendar for the next day, the morning or the evening of.
Yeah.
But how do you immediately fix it? Again, I think we're back to owning up to it, right? I mean, call a person, and I actually have chosen, this is a new thing for me within the last maybe year, 2 years. I've chosen to now say, I spaced off your appointment. I do not create an excuse. Because I do not want I don't want to feed that habit of creating excuses. And anytime I would say that, even if they don't know, right? Well, they don't know, it won't hurt them. Fine. But you're feeding your own habit of making excuses to people and not coming forth with it. So when I actually miss something, I now say, I literally spaced this off. I was unprepared and so on and so forth. But I promise you that's not going to happen again. I'm a learner, so that I'm going to learn from this.
Yep.
So give yourself a little bit of fire it up. Don't feed the habit that's bad, man.
I actually have something to say about what you just commented on about don't make an excuse for it.
Yeah.
So you know how like when we're younger and we're calling in sick to work, I'm sick, right? Or my aunt died or whatever, right? My
tire's flat.
My car broke down. Yes.
Again.
So I learned very early on, do not make excuses. I'm late. Period. I'm late.
Yes.
Or I can't make it into work today. Now they might ask you why.
If they ask you why, that actually opens up for any type of justification. If
it does,
they ask.
But it also opens up for an opportunity to take some honesty or integrity into your answer.
Yes, it does.
But I have learned over the years, I don't make an excuse when I'm telling somebody, and hopefully it's ahead of the time.
Yeah.
I won't be able to make that meeting. I don't say why.
You're not good enough.
They're not going to ask, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not bringing up a justification. I'm not giving them a reason to be upset with me. Like that reason isn't good enough. What? That ranks higher than me? No, it doesn't. But
right.
I'm not going to be able to make it. Let's reschedule.
No, that's perfect.
It avoids
it's
all. It avoids all. What am I looking for here?
Imagine, well, you're not putting in false. So listen, if you don't tell people what's going on, what is the natural thing we do?
We just assume.
We create the story inside of our heads. Mm-hmm. It's not our fault. It's just what we do. So if we don't have an answer, in order for the brain to function, it's going to create a story that makes sense to the brain.
Right.
And so we're going to concoct a story about it. So you have an opportunity to say, I forgot, mm-hmm. or I'm not going to make the meeting. I need to reschedule. If you say that, chances are they're not going to create a story. If you say, I'm not going to make the meeting, or I can't make the meeting. Yeah, no, this is actually kind of deep. This may be deeper than what I was prepared for.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, because this is getting into a point where you're trying to control the thought pattern of the person on the other side.
Not control it, just not invite an argument, not invite hurt feelings, for sure. Not invite justification, not invite all of this negativity, right? Just here's the simple fact, and here's an option that I've come up with to resolve it.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that will give you an excuse without you asking for it. So basically they excuse every hiccup, everything, every blah, blah, blah. It's because of this. It's because of that. I wasn't thinking blah, blah, blah. And you're not asking for the reason. Typically they're doing it for themselves in order to maybe look a little better in the moment. Right. And if you can avoid that, if you can avoid giving an excuse or a justification without provocation. So if nobody provokes you to do so, to give an excuse, don't give an excuse. It's not invited. There should be no reason for it. If you feel like you need to explain yourself, that's a dishonest position. Mm-hmm. You're coming from a dishonest position because you feel like they don't know. They don't know me. They don't know what I'm going through. They need to know you're insecure. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. And on that note, I think that sometimes between you and I, you've got a lower tolerance for that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. I think in an intimate relationship with friends, family, people who are close in your circle, to be able to provide them with some insight without perhaps making it an excuse, but being able to just give them some insight as to what was going on. I think that is okay.
I do too. The line's blurry. I think the line's blurry. And I think
in a professional sense, keep it professional, keep it, don't
offer an excuse unless it's invited. Period.
But in a professional way, it's okay to be like, hey, this is kind of that thought process that was happening with that.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blurry. That's all I have to say about that. Blurry. All right. Good one. These are good.
I know, right?
Number 3, how would you handle accidentally spoiling a surprise party?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I've done that in my lifetime.
Can't take this one back. This is you know what I mean? This is like not a wedding per se, but it's a big one.
I think I would just, for clarification, right now, don't tell me any secrets, period. Do not trust me with a surprise, because I promise you it will be rolling around in my head. And the more I try not to say something about it, the more likely I am to say something about it.
You can tell me all the secrets you want. I promise you will never leave this head. That's not something that I have a problem with.
I don't mean like personal secrets. I mean like a surprise. Don't tell me
personal secret.
Don't tell me about a surprise party, because I'm so excited for that surprise party and that person who's going to get it that it's going to be like,
So it's funny.
It won't be on purpose.
From someone who I have a condition and I say this. Yeah, I say this. And like, I actually get a little, I get a little childish on my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. She says, oh, I know. I get a little childish on my birthday. I don't know why it is. I'm still kind of working through it and figuring it all out. And I am better now. Over the years, I've gotten a lot better. But I still get a little bit weird on my birthday. So if there was a surprise party, but this wouldn't bother me though. If somebody came and spoiled it on me, I'd be like, cool, man, whatever, awesome, party, let's go. That would not bother me, but I could. But
what if you spoiled the surprise for somebody else?
But that's what I'm saying. I think that I would be like, shit, man. You know, if it was another guy, I'd be like, you're having a surprise party. Deal with it. But if it was a girl, then maybe there might be an emotional
because girls can't handle it.
Listen. Us guys, if shit goes south, we don't really go crazy about it. That's not.
I think that's a very broad statement.
No, you're right,
I think there are plenty of guys out there who would.
You're right. You're right.
It's not a guy and girl thing.
It's not. But for me, any guy, for my guys, it'd be like, hey, you got a surprise party coming up. Act surprised, would you?
Right.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks. Mm-hmm. You know, just, I don't know. It's not, that wouldn't be a big deal to us.
Right.
But us. Friends of mine.
That wasn't even the question. It wasn't even the question.
I wouldn't feel bad at all. I would feel a little bit bad. I'd be like, oh man.
I would feel bad.
Yeah, I just would say, look, I didn't mean to. It slipped up. How can I make it up to you?
Yeah.
You know, whatever that was.
Yeah. What question number was that?
That was number 3. Here comes number 4. What's your approach if you accidentally text your honest opinion about someone directly to them?
I mean,
there's your crickets in the background.
Well, I'm thinking about this because I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to be texting anybody that I don't already hold in high enough regard to be texting to begin with.
There is something to say about the written word that gets misinterpreted more than anything else out there. The written word.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not likely to be texting somebody that I hate. Right. And I don't hate anybody, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody that I have bad feelings for, and I can't think of anybody that I even do, but I wouldn't be texting them.
I also would not be texting them. At least me today, I wouldn't be texting them. Today it would be a straight phone call. But here's the deal though. You're also going to get the people that, there's 2 things to say about this. You're going to get people that don't want to get on the phone with you, right? And they don't want to hear your honest opinion about them, especially if they know you're going to give it. If they know you're going to give your honest opinion, they're probably not going to get on the phone with you because of their own personal insecurities.
Sure.
At the same time, if I have the opportunity to tell somebody what my honest opinion of them is, and by honest opinion, I mean, maybe be direct about some of their behavior through my thinking. So it's an honest opinion, but key word, opinion, right?
Yeah.
Opinion's the key word there. So it's not the truth. It's just, hey, this is the way I see things with you. This is the way I see things with you. You can take that every way but sideways, right? But I'm just clarifying the way that I see things with you. And if that's something that bothers you, I understand that. I completely get it. But if I'm thinking incorrectly, tell me. I mean, you know, or don't, whatever, right? So the text part though, I cannot conceive of a situation where I would text somebody my honest opinion.
I think for me, that question more so applies to, you know, I send a lot of business texts, professional texts.
Oh, sure.
And I think my biggest fear would be sending something that I thought I had read but I missed a word or something. Sure. And it was some random autocorrect that didn't even make sense or sounded awful.
Autocorrect is a whole nother subject.
So I'm saying
so they think it's your honest opinion of them, but that had nothing to do with what you thought of them.
Right.
Yeah, no, that'd be super fun.
Yeah.
And you know, that's again, the text. And you know, this is something that I teach my clients to. Listen, there's a 15 ways to communicate. Text is just one.
Yeah.
If you are addicted to only communicating with text, that means you are afraid of confrontation. You're afraid of conflict. You're afraid of being human, social with anybody else, because you don't trust yourself.
Or maybe you're an introvert and you really
I'm an introvert.
people.
No, I hate talking to people. I'm an introvert. However, it means you don't trust yourself to be able to respond to them in real time. It means you don't trust yourself to be able to respond to them in real time. That means learn something, get better at communication, own your space. I don't want to get all grouchy.
I think the lesson here is to check, and check one more time. Not only what did you type, but who did you type it to?
Yeah, and
check.
And don't text people your honest opinion. Talk to them. And if you can be in the same room so that you could smell them. It's the only thing missing from a phone call or a video call is smell. Did you know that?
Not just smell, but okay.
If you're touching each other, that's weird unless it's not.
I meant like room temperature or like,
feeling.
the background or I don't know, whatever. I wasn't trying to get all weird about it.
Yeah, too late. You just got so weird.
Did.
No, you did.
You did.
You got so weird. Number 5 is if you cook a meal for guests and realize it's awful right before serving it. What's your backup plan?
Oh, no backup plan. I'm serving it.
You're eating it. and she's going to judge you while you don't, or while you try to eat it. It's going to be 100% judgment. I actually remember this a little bit with the kids. Old Shey, not today.
I never served anything that was inedible ever.
Yeah. And she may or may not have given them the old stank eye if they didn't finish their plate.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of like, if they're serving themselves, like, okay, eat your food. You're the one who chose that.
No, that's good.
I don't know, whatever.
No, that's good. I think that if it was bad, DoorDash, man. I mean, game over, right? DoorDash has changed the world.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you live in Boone or Ogden or any place.
Well, they got Uber Eats, DoorDash. They've got
now,
Shopify.
don't you think?
I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Oh, I'm
smaller
sure
towns. I don't know if they got it in smaller towns, but DoorDash would be a great fix to that. Good fix to that. Yeah. I think.
Actually, one of my favorite food memories when I did move here is that you requested that the kids not put condiments on the food I served them because you were afraid that it would hurt my feelings if they used condiments.
I think I just saw a chef's show or something like that. And the chef got all bent out of shape. And I was like, oh God, that's going to be Shey.
And I was not. I am not offended at all. Like, use the condiments. It's okay.
Salt it up. It's okay. It's okay.
I think it was ketchup. Specifically that day was ketchup.
Look, we used to be a family addicted to ketchup. And I say used to because, oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I've had ketchup.
It has.
I used to be addicted. Oh, I don't even want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about.
There's a couple of you out there giggling to yourself right now because you know his ketchup passed.
Like when I went to McDonald's, which by the way, we don't eat McDonald's anymore. There's a reason. When we went to McDonald's, I would order a kiddie cup and fill it with ketchup for my French fries. That was my demon.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
You remember this though. This is what I did. All right. Enough about ketchup. You're welcome, everyone. Number 6, how do you recover if you mistakenly forward confidential information to the wrong person?
I've done it.
Seriously?
Ish. Not exactly confidential, but certainly information that was not meant to be shared with another person.
Okay.
And I called.
So not like business confidential.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But I immediately called the 2 people, like phone called.
Yeah.
Immediately called the 2 people that this could have
part of it.
It could have affected.
Yeah.
And then we all kind of agreed, and because it could have affected them maybe a little bit more, I guess.
Sure.
They were just like, you know what? It's going to be fine. Let's just see how it plays out.
Let's just see.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. And I was like, okay. I was still having a panic attack, like a total heart attack. Like I was so panic stricken, and they were both like, it's really going to be okay. And it actually was. It ended up being fine. Yeah. But
so the good news.
Believe me, I check now.
Yeah, right. Once it happens to me once. Confidential. It's important, right? I think that I don't really talk about people. I don't think almost at all all behind their backs. That's not my thing. So like that, we don't have conversations about other people. And if it is, it's always accolades. It's always something great about them, right?
Yep.
Because it's gossip otherwise. If you're talking great about somebody, even if it's gossip, it's still going to help them, right? It's like the perfect wingman kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like confidential about a person.
Well, I don't
it
mean
was
that
just
situation.
like insider business information that like just wasn't meant to be, shared.
If you have if it was like a text that you're sending to somebody and it was meant to be confidential, I think you got to do what Shey did, man. You got to just own it immediately. No matter what, a personal business, doesn't matter. Just own it immediately. I bet you it's people trying to hide shit that causes litigation in this world, and not just litigation, but just arguments in general, right? When people just get together and have conflict, it's people trying to hide shit and being afraid of hiding shit that gets everyone in trouble. I didn't mean to say shit 15 times, but I just did.
By the way, there is an option with email about trying to retract it. Doesn't always work, but there is that option.
Duly noted. All right. So, number 7. What's your first step if you lock yourself out of your house or car at the worst possible moment?
Crying. Definitely crying. Yeah.
You would not cry.
No, I would cry.
You would call unless your phone was in there.
Wait, you just said at the worst possible moment, cry for sure.
Because crying does solve everything, actually. I've been learning this. I've been forcefully learning this, educated about this. Just cry. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Crying solves a lot of problems.
I don't think it solves this problem. And you know what? How would you even get inside of your car these days? Cars these days, I don't even know if police can get into them anymore. Right?
I don't know. I mean, there's like the whole duct tape window trick. I don't know if it works.
Oh, you know what? I bet you they just call Skynet. I bet you they'll call Skynet and they'll be like, yo, Skynet, I'm a police officer, beep, beep, boop, boop. Get me into this car, and they pop right into that car.
Maybe.
I'll bet you.
Maybe. If you have like, what is the OnStar? I bet if you have OnStar, they can probably pop your locks for you.
Yeah, I heard through movies that thieves do that. They'll call OnStar. Yeah, Die Hard 4. Die Hard number 4. Okay. It was the internet one where he calls OnStar and he's like freaking out in the movie. He's like, my daddy's crashed. He doesn't have his thing. I need to get the car started so I can get him to the hospital. It was a great scene. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, Bruce Willis and the kid. I can't remember his name anyway. I know all you Die Hard fans out there be like, yes, that's right. You were right.
But that is your answer to number what?
Number 7, locking yourself out. Now, if it's your apartment at the worst possible moment, turn around and face your demon.
What do you mean? Face it how? But do what?
I don't know. Face him. So if it says the worst possible moment, let's say you're being chased by an attacker.
Oh, okay.
Right? And you need to get into the house and lock the door.
Sure.
If it's locked and you don't have a key, turn around and face your attacker.
What if it's the worst possible moment because you're about to pee your pants because you have to pee so bad?
Pee your pants.
I'm just saying, like you'd be standing in the hall. Like if you live in an apartment, I don't know, or if you're in a house, you'd be in front of your house and your neighbors all on their Ring cameras.
If you honestly have to go, go. Right?
Easier said than done for guys.
I understand that. I'm just saying that if you had
with girls, we got to pull it all down. With guys, you just like crack a little zipper and it's fine. But girls, it's all hanging out. Yeah, no, that's awkward. Especially since everybody has a Ring camera these days. I'm just saying, like, it's not okay.
A lot of Ring cameras out there. Number 8. If you mistakenly give someone a gift meant for someone else, how do you handle it?
Like I gave it to them, but I meant to keep it for myself. Yeah,
like a diamond ring, you give it to your girlfriend instead of your fiance. It's so wrong. Hey, but listen, I guarantee you there's some cheaters out there, right? And they'll be like, oh, no, what do you do? What do you do?
Gosh, I mean, I guess it would depend on the person and the gift. I mean, it probably wouldn't be that big.
If you mistakenly give someone a gift meant for someone else, how do you handle it?
It probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, honestly. Like they open it and you go, shoot, actually, I got you a different gift that was meant for so-and-so. It probably wouldn't be a big deal because if you're giving somebody a gift, they're probably in your inner circle.
Fair. Well, for you and me, like I rarely give gifts. That's not like a big thing that I do. For all of you that give gifts, no judgment. Just, it's not something that I...
No, they're all judging you.
I give it a gift of my opinion. And I accidentally give it to other people and it was meant for someone else too. But I don't know. I don't think this would bother me.
Yeah. I think if they were in your inner circle and you're giving them a gift to begin with and you were like, oh shoot, that wasn't even meant for you. They'd probably, that would be fine.
You don't even like socks. Give it back. Give it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do buy socks for gifts. I've got a son. We've got a son that just is a sock guy.
He's obsessed.
Was obsessed. I don't know if he still is.
I don't know if he is anymore either.
We go
only if it has his fiance's face on it. She gives him socks with her face on it.
All right. Number 9 is you totally mess up a recipe at a potluck. How do you own up to it humorously?
Or do you just don't? If it's a potluck and there's all these dishes out, nobody knows it's yours. Let it go.
Oh, somebody knows. I guarantee somebody watched you set down the deviled eggs.
I'm going to be like, that wasn't, I was moving that out of the way.
Okay, so there you go. Shay would lie to everyone. She would literally like, who wants the bus? Because I'm not carrying it.
No, but there is no bus, right? If people are eating it, great. If people are throwing it away, great.
Be like Neo. There is no bus. You're just gonna hold the bus.
I mean, if it's a potluck, if it's a potluck, hopefully you weren't in charge of like the main dish that was supposed to serve everybody, right? Hopefully there's other food to fill in.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I messed up the recipe, I would not lay the food out.
But what if you don't realize you messed it up?
Like somebody would have to tell you that it's messed up.
No,
right?
or like you're getting a plate, right? Scoop of everything, right? And then you sit down and you take a bite of what you made and you're like, oh.
Well, if you are not taste testing your potluck food before you bring it, shame on you. Absolutely shame on you. You need to taste test that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't you?
You do. You should. You should. But maybe it's like a dish that you can't, like a casserole. You can't just take a scoop out of that casserole and eat it.
You can do whatever you want.
As soon as you open it, everybody's going to see there's a scoop out of it. Now it looks like you're serving.
Spread it. You just got to like smooth it over, spread it out.
Not all dishes are that way because now it looks like you're serving everybody leftovers.
Well, that's what I would do. Number 10, last question. What's your response if you publicly post something embarrassing online by mistake?
Check again, and then check again.
No, what is your response? Not your preventative next time. What is your response?
Well, shoot, this is why all I do is post puppy videos because I don't have to worry about it.
Gosh, the only, no doubt, the only thing I couldn't, there's not, what would I, because I've got a little bit of a sick humor. Like I've got a dark.
I was gonna say, if you like posted a naked picture, you'd be like, well, there it is, everybody.
You'd be like, you're welcome. No,
most of us would be mortified.
First off, why would I be posting pictures of myself naked? Number one. And then accidentally just, whoa, did that get up on social media?
How did that happen?
Oh, I better get that off of there. But no, I think that if it was something embarrassing, I would just pull it off and then not say anything about it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people's memories are like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Not really 30 seconds, but maybe 30 days at the most. Typically, people aren't going to remember that.
Not even 30 days.
No, we've got such short-term memory now with all the social media. It is seriously, it's an epidemic.
Yeah. Unless you're like really in the public eye, nobody's even going to notice or care or remember it for very long at all.
That's fair. All right. This was a good one. I like this. Epic fails and what we learned from them. Remember, if you answered one of these and you remember the number, put the number and your answer next to it. We'd love to see what you're saying in the comments. And otherwise,
I'm Shay.
I'm Gabe.
Still.
And we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.